ladies first.
Okay. Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Steve.
And this is Drinks by the Pool.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So this is episode 1. We finally decided to start it and do something.
Yep. We're coming to you from our backyard in Florida.
Yeah, in Jacksonville, where it's not as warm as Florida usually is right now.
I'm sure anybody up north would be laughing at us right now because
It's
we look crazy.
It's like 5 degrees up there, and down here, I mean, it was 28 degrees this morning with the wind chill.
Yep.
And now it's like what, 45 right now. It feels good, but
We're
we got a
still
nice
in
little breeze. Yeah, we still have to wear sweatshirts. I mean, still got pants on. Today we are enjoying some Bacardi rum, and we mixed it with the new Prime flavor that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like iced cherry.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
It is. It has a really nice soft cherry flavor, and but there's no sugar in it.
Yeah, no, they use coconut water, I think, or
Yeah.
coconut ingredients, I guess you would call it.
And then, but we use what? Bacardi rum Gold and.
Yeah, we used some Bacardi rum Gold. And we did 1 shot of Gold in each of them, and then for yours, I did Bacardi Tropical, and then
Tastes like fruit punch.
yeah, it's
That's
really
what I feel
really
like I'm
good.
drinking right
and
now.
then in mine, I just did Bacardi Spiced too with the
Yeah.
Gold, so I mixed that in. I mean, it's good.
Dangerous combination.
But we tried the Prime earlier with no alcohol in it, and it was just it's gotten like a lot less strong in the flavor. You know what I mean? Like the flavor is not as intense as all the other ones. It doesn't taste as sugary.
Yeah.
So whatever they do with that is
Make sure you drink responsibly.
yeah. Don't drink and drive. Make sure you get yourself an Uber.
Mm-hmm. Or a Lyft. They're out there too. But in my opinion, Uber pays better because I used to Uber
Me too.
and Lyft.
We used to do that full time. It was crazy.
Yep.
I remember being out there driving around, just being like, all right, when's the next ride gonna come? And this was back when we like did Uber when it was like OG.
I know. Like nobody. And then of course, we're always trained like don't get in a car with a stranger, and now you got strangers in your car, but we've had a lot of cool experiences, met a lot of cool people.
Hell yeah.
It's not as scary as it seems. It seems like, on the news and stuff, it's always hyping up, and, there's something scary around every corner. There's a boogeyman. I had like maybe 2 times in like 3 years, and the person just felt sketch to me. They didn't even do anything. So.
For real, it's I had a lot of interesting situations. I mean, there was a lot of times where I swear to God, I was definitely bringing people to do drug deals. So they're like, "Hey man, just wait right here, bro. I'll be right back." And I'm like, okay, yeah. And they'd like throw you like $5 to wait, and you're like, "Well, I'm not gonna say no to the money. That's why I'm out here."
Yep.
So you get paid, you get your $5, and then they come back out and like, "You good?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like putting stuff in their pockets. And
Gotta
like,
go to
"Oh,
my cousin's house.
yeah, I gotta go see my buddy."
My aunt. I'll be right back. I just gotta run inside real quick. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Your aunt lives in the middle of the hood.
Yeah. And then it's like,
They could though. To be fair, they could.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so sketchy. Like you can feel the dynamic. You're like, I know what's going on here.
Right. I had a dude. I felt like I was in a real life movie, and he was all in this hurry, and he's like, "I need you to get me to the bus station by 5." And I was like, "I got you." And he was wearing driving gloves, all black clothes, black backpack,
This
and I
guy
was
thinks
like,
he's
"What
the
the?"
transporter over here. He's like, "Oh, I'm Jason Statham.
Right?
I got places to go." You know what I mean? He's like, "You're like, all right, buddy, just hop in. Let's make sure we don't hit any traffic on I-95."
Yeah. I don't know. And if you've been in Jacksonville, nobody knows how to drive.
No.
So it's kind of frustrating. Nobody uses a blinker.
No, and as a former over-the-road truck driver, I can tell you I've driven almost literally everywhere.
Yeah.
And Florida, I think it's because it's an amalgamation of all the people that come from up north and all the people that are here as tourists, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to Orlando to go to Disney," or, "We're coming here to stay to see a show," or "We're coming to see, an NFL game," whatever it may be. Like, the worst drivers come here. It is horrible.
It really sucks. And they don't know how to merge. Like,
No.
forget that.
No, they try to like stop and merge in before the end. They don't know what a zipper merge is at all. Where you're supposed
And
to
you should
ride.
be like to the speed limit by the time you get on 95. You should be doing the speed limit. Like,
Yeah, and if you're gonna do the speed limit, don't do it in the left lane.
yeah.
For the love of God. Even the cops are like, "Move."
Yeah.
I
They're
got
always
pulled
riding
over
you
when we were in Georgia. I was doing 80 in a 70, and the cop pulls me over. I'm thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get a speeding ticket." And he goes, it's this young kid, and he has like a deputy's hat on. And he goes, impeding traffic is a crime. And I was like, impeding. I was like, that means I'm holding you. I was like, I'm doing 80 in the 70, man. And he's like, yeah, do it in that way.
Yeah, he
I
goes,
was
is
like,
this how
okay.
they drive in Florida? Is this what you do?
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm wearing a New England Patriots hat because I'm clearly not from Florida. I'm from Massachusetts, as y'all can tell. You know, I'm repping the Boston Bruins.
Go
You
Bruins!
probably hear it in my voice, too. I sound like nobody from Florida.
And then, you know, I rep Jags because we lived here. I did go for the New England Patriots for a long time, but I was put up for adoption, so I don't have any place that I actually call home. This is like the first place that I call home because I decided to move here. I decided to live here, and I adopted Jags, so Duval.
I'll never say that. Ever.
We're gonna go to the Super Bowl. We will. It's gonna happen. I
You
can
guys aren't
feel
even
it.
in the playoff run anymore.
What is it?
You guys aren't even in the playoff run anymore.
It will happen though, and
Just-
we've
just
been in the
not this year.
playoffs. We have. So
That's all right. As a lifelong Patriots fan, I will say that we're probably not going to the Super Bowl anytime soon anymore either. So it's okay.
yeah, and it was a long time coming before y'all did.
Oh, for real. It was, yeah, 20 years we had the best run in sports history.
As Dumb and Dumber say, there's a chance.
Yeah, so you're saying there's a chance? No.
There is
No.
a chance.
No, not with the core they have now, there isn't. This is a nice Saturday. It's nice. I got the sun shining.
It's freaking gorgeous.
Got a
Let
nice
me
little
see.
breeze.
What does it say for the temperature? Hold on. I
I
only look.
wonder what it is.
Um,
Our cat Pepper is over here off camera just staring at us through the screen door like, what are you guys doing?
it's a gorgeous 50 degrees.
You guys need anything? Drinks? Condoms? God, I love you.
I'm the cool mom.
Yeah. She's looking at us like, how come you get to be out there and I gotta be in here? All the lizards are out there. I want to chase the lizards.
Yeah. You ever come to Florida? It's like walking in Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, you look over and you see like 8 of them and you're like, they do move in herds.
Oh, we checked the mail the other day, and I had a whole stack of mail, and this freaking lizard pops out. Real live lizard. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like in her hand and she's holding it and it's like the mail is like she had it like rolled up and she was carrying it and all of a sudden he just crawls up out of the mail under her hand and she's like, oh, what the?
And I was like, it's like Gecko.
Yeah,
Geico.
yeah, it was a little green. It was a little green gecko. Yeah, we have a couple of cool little chameleons that come out of that speaker over there.
Mm-hmm.
It like comes out and blends in with the wall.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Oh
Wow,
man,
there's not a cloud in the sky.
right?
It's freaking gorgeous.
It's beautiful out here. I can't complain at all. I love our house.
Yeah, I do too. I love you.
I love you too. We got the grill over there.
We're a couple Leos, just
Yep.
to let you know,
Just
for
kinda-
anybody checking signs. It's a Leo love going on over here.
Yeah. If you're tracking signs, if you're one of those people.
If you're one of me,
Yeah,
A lot
she
of
likes
people
that.
get
Me,
so
I'm
mad
kind
at
of just
me.
like, yeah, it is what it is, man.
I think it has a lot to do with people's personalities, and it kind of goes in correlation.
Yeah, no, for real. If we're getting down to brass tacks, like when we met and like you read me my like horoscope one day, and I was like, "Are you in my brain? Like, what is going on right now?" I'm like, 'cause so sometimes I'm kind of like, "Hey, this might be legit. This is crazy."
Something big is gonna happen.
Yeah.
She likes bananas.
Oh yeah. No, that's the Pablo Francisco joke. She likes apples. It's gonna happen.
Apples. I
Yeah.
don't know why I can never remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, do you like pigeons? Fuck yeah, little pigeons. That shit's so funny.
Oh man. I don't know. Are we allowed to cuss on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, as long as it's not within like the first 5 minutes. If you do it within like the first 5 or 10 minutes, they take away your money.
Oh damn.
Which we aren't making any right now anyway. We're just chilling. We're enjoying alcohol and talking to you beautiful people.
We're not sponsored. We're not anything like that. We're just two people.
No, this is episode 1. We're just hanging out.
And if you're joining us,
chilling. We work
thank you.
full time.
Yeah, we both work
We
full
bust
time.
our asses.
It's
One day
crazy.
we may be on here being like, we don't work full time anymore.
Yes.
We're sponsored by this liquor or this wine, or, which that's what I do for a living. I sell, I work for a company that sells wine and liquor. I drive the delivery truck, so I bring the party, as you would say.
Yeah.
That's why we're drinking Bacardi. Bring the party.
Bring the party with Bacardi.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's so good. Got in the cold plunge this morning. The water was a nice brisk 46 degrees, which isn't super cold, but I didn't need to go for ice bath cold today. I just wanted to cold plunge and kind of use it more as meditation. I got in there for like 5 minutes as the sun was coming up. Did my sun gazing. felt it. It was like nice and warm on my head because everything else was submerged in the water. I was literally sitting on the step and just like had the water like up to here, and I was just like,
He's crazy.
yeah, I like it. I'm into that. I'm into that, all that stuff. So.
I'm anemic, and I do not approve this message.
Yeah, she's always cold. But today we're in the house, and she's like, "Oh, it's so hot in here. What am I gonna do? It's so hot." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, turn the heat off and open the screen door." So we did. I opened the screen door, and now the house is probably as cold as the outside.
Yeah.
And you're like, you were just in a bathrobe hanging out.
I know, and I don't know, when those hot flashes and stuff start happening, that's gonna be weird for me because I'm cold like 24/7.
I think our Frenchie is having fun with the lizard over there. She's chasing something. What are you doing, Stella? What are you doing, Bubs?
I have gotten so old that my neck is so stiff I gotta turn my whole body. So I can't just turn my neck.
Thankfully, I'm not there yet. I just can't feel anything in my arms and my hands when I lay down and go to sleep at night from all the nerve damage.
Yeah, am I a cougar?
Cougar? No, Cougar's over 50. And then
Oh, okay.
You're just a MILF.
I'm just a MILF.
You're
Okay.
just a MILF, baby.
I'll take the MILF.
That's right.
MILF and
That's the whole
cookies.
reason I messaged you in the first place on Facebook.
Yeah.
I saw that picture. I was like, damn.
We met on Facebook
Yeah.
in a Leo site,
In a Leo group.
and he flew 1,200 miles to meet me. So, women, if he wants you, he'll come get you.
Absolutely.
Okay. If you're sitting there thinking does he want me, whatever, if he ain't coming to you,
You don't want
move
you.
on. Go to somebody else.
She's not wrong. She's not
Mhm.
wrong at all. And it's been, what, 7 years now?
7
We started
years.
we started from nothing, literally a 900 square foot apartment, nothing. It was just us. Like literally, the day I flew to meet her was the day she was moving her life from Georgia, and we slept on the floor. There was like no furniture, like nothing was there. We like ate pizza.
Yeah.
And then I helped you move into that apartment,
Yep.
which a year later we lived in, or like 6 months later we lived in together.
Yeah. I had a couch
Yeah, we
that I
slept on that
bought
one
because
couch.
I got divorced back in 2015, and I'm sorry if you're in your late 30s, 40s, good luck because the dating scene is trash. Tinder is trash.
Yeah, the
Like,
reason I was even able to come and see her is because I was the first guy who didn't send her a picture of my dick.
Yes.
We
Praise
actually
the
had
Lord.
real conversations.
Yes. If you want to make it, past
Oh,
that.
Can we tell them about Chewbacca?
No, no. This is our first time.
All right,
We gotta
we'll
really
we'll save
win.
that for a later date. That's a story for another
But
time.
if you want to know about Chewbacca,
you gotta come
comment
back.
about
Yeah.
it and keep hashtagging Chewbacca. And maybe
we'll-
if we get enough Chewbacca posts, we'll
Yeah,
talk
tell
about
you.
Chewbacca.
Hashtag Chewbacca. You let us know. We'll tell you that story. That was funny,
But yeah, it was interesting.
to say the least.
Yeah, and I was not looking. I actually wasn't looking to date anybody. Like I was just,
wasn't
talking, trying to find, common interests.
I was just getting out of a toxic relationship.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. If you're in a toxic relationship, life
Get
is
out.
too short.
For
There's
real.
so much more to life. Like, yes, you have feelings, you have love, you have emotions, whatever, but I truly feel like if you love somebody enough, you need to let them go. Like,
Facts.
let them go.
If you love yourself enough, you let them go.
And that's the first thing you need is the love within yourself to even have a healthy relationship. Like,
100%.
I literally started dating myself. I would take myself to a restaurant. I had my first Christmas by myself by the ocean at Joe's Crab Shack. And I actually had a really great time. A lot of people invited me over for Christmas, and I was like, that is the last thing after a divorce I want to see are kids opening their present. And my kid is not with me. I can't live. I can't do it.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
it was enjoyable, but there were things that brought me back in my life that I thought about. And when you have a significant other, you're always constantly, if you're a good partner, no, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but you're always constantly thinking about them. What do they want? Where do they want to eat? Where do they want to sit? Where do they want to go? But when you're single, it's, where do I want to go? Where do I want to sit?
Yeah,
What do I want to
think it
do?
boils down to what you're trying to say is just that when you're in a relationship with somebody, you can't just think about you anymore.
Exactly.
You don't always have to be attentive to all their needs 24/7. Obviously you're still you. There is still the individual, but you're also where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? Because the person you're with. You're where are we gonna want to do this?
Right. And that's a huge thing too, is the balance, finding the balance. I feel like
Mhm.
that's what I'm always chasing. is I throw myself so far into something and then I lose myself, and then it's like I got to figure out how do I get myself back to me, what
Yeah.
I want, what I need, you know,
Yeah.
when everything's taken care of.
100%.
And it's kind of crazy.
It's funny because they say like people when they're happy in relationships they get fat and they lose themselves, and I'm like, that just sounds like you're being lazy, dude.
It sounds miserable.
Sounds like you start not caring about yourself because you're like, well, someone else already loves me and has me. Who am I
Yeah.
trying to impress? It's like, no, I'm impressing me.
Yeah.
I want to go and do as many pull-ups as I can for me, not for
Yeah.
you.
Right. I get to look at him just as a bonus.
Yeah. The fact that she likes to smack my butt and go, damn, babe. You doing? I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been working hard.
You really show him your butt.
No.
Show him your butt.
No. No,
okay,
can't
if you
do that on
hashtag,
YouTube.
he'll turn around. Not
No.
actually your butt, just your butt in sweatpants. Hashtag, and I'll get him to stand up so we can like see me squeeze that butt. Because I love doing it.
Need for that. That's for OnlyFans.
Oh! We do not have an OnlyFans.
No,
Just
we
put
don't.
it
Not
out.
yet.
Oh! But
One thing at a
anyways,
time. One thing at a time.
No.
No, I'm cool with just keeping my butt in this heat right here. It's nice and warm.
Yeah. And you know, speaking about like dating yourself and everything, like
So we do every day.
when we were together and I asked him, I said, gee, we were like busting our ass working. I was working a full-time job. He was Ubering. I started Ubering, and I was like, babe, we had no kids, and I was like, let's go on a date night. And so we decided to go to PF Chang's.
Yeah.
And we had a date night, and I was like, baby, you know, do you want to go sit at the bar? Because who I was with before, like, they did not ever want to sit at a bar. And we sat at the bar.
I was like, I
Man,
don't care where we sit.
made friends with the bartenders, the waitresses.
We got the bartender's number and went and partied with him afterwards.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
so drunk I tried to climb the giant horses outside of PF Chang's.
The freaking, and when they were the white horses, now they've changed them to some freaking red
They're
and
like,
gold.
yeah, reddish
and
gold and bronze, but like
I'm
I
like,
literally.
what did you do? Like, they were so beautiful and just
Yeah,
like
they look
beautiful
terrible now.
statues. And I don't know, they go back to the pearl whatever you had going, like marble. Make it a marble horse or something.
So I don't know if maybe it's just because changing course here, but it's the first episode of our show, and a miracle happened right before we pressed play to record. Your sister fucking paid us some money, dude. She owes us like $2,100. We've been trying to get on her forever about it,
Yeah.
and she's just been ignoring us and blocking us and everything. All of a sudden, I get a cash app, and it's like, oh, she's.
Have you ever, has anybody ever co-signed for a vehicle? Like, you know, everybody's always told me not to do it. I now know, do not, and I repeat, do not ever put your name on anybody else's stuff. I don't give a crap who they are. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
I did 2 cars for him, but we were in a relationship, and I knew what I was signing up for. I knew that if he wasn't going to make those car payments, I was going to have to do it.
And that car has been paid off.
Yes,
in
and
full.
I did extra Uber and stuff.
Because when you love somebody, you follow through.
Yes.
And I was like, dad ass is too good to mess up.
But yeah, so I knew my responsibilities. So I got my butt in
As
that
did
car and I made sure that our bills were paid and Uber was done, and car is now ours, title, everything. It's not the most beautiful car, but it's a paid for car.
It doesn't even have cruise control, bro.
It doesn't.
You know what makes me
also
so
that's
sad?
another thing. Like, we got this car. Oh my god. So he got into a car accident and totaled his beautiful car. And
I was so sad.
yeah.
It was brand new. We drove it off the lot with 7 miles on it.
Yeah,
And it was the 7 miles I put on it to test drive it.
he was so happy. Like, oh, this
Brand
is
new.
kind of like how the highs and lows of life, right?
Yeah, tell him.
He
Let's
gets
tell him
here. Yeah, he
Yeah,
gets
what
here.
happened, babe? Look at me.
And we were literally, he had a job set up and everything, okay? Before he got here, he got called, he got a ticket for texting and driving.
Texting and driving, even though the phone was in the cup holder.
And that ticket,
Followed me
Followed
for 3
him.
years, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
and
What's the dog doing? Why is she licking the pavers?
he couldn't get unemployment here.
Nope, because I haven't been here long enough.
Yeah, he hadn't been here long enough.
Excuse me.
And I can't remember the actual reason why. It wasn't just because you hadn't been here long enough, but maybe
It was
wasn't.
because if I wanted to apply for unemployment, I would have to apply where I was living in the last year. So I would have had to go back and do it all through Rhode Island.
Yeah. And Steven, not to have too much TMI, but has a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
So all our TBI people out there, like,
Yeah, when I was 3 years old, my whole frontal lobe was crushed in a
Yep.
car accident. So.
and we've learned a lot to, get through that. So if any TBI people are out there, I'm sure you can fucking relate. Like,
yeah, your memory is shit. Your thought process is shit. Sometimes the way you think is not like a normal person. You kind of just get bogged down in your own ways, and you're kind of like, oh well, I guess it is what it is. And you just
Yeah.
kind of.
And for him, it
Walk
was his
away.
frontal lobe. I know there's a lot of different things with TBI that, affect how a person that doesn't have a traumatic brain injury thinks,
Yeah.
And I had to learn a lot of things about him. I mean, I still, I told him today, he was literally WD-40ing the freaking sliding door. And I was like, don't you remember last year the sliding door didn't work and then you did? And he was like, no, I don't remember any of that. And I was like, yeah, and then
the
you
only
did.
part of the story I remembered is that the sliding door didn't work. I mean, I remembered it happened a couple times. Be like, yeah, you took the screwdriver and you like bent that piece out. And you
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's try it again. And sure enough, it works. Now I can open and close the door with one finger. I'm just
Yes. But there's just things, and,
like, this shit is wild.
I called a traumatic brain injury counselor, because I didn't know anything about somebody that had a TBI, and I needed help, like professional help, to tell me like if what was happening was normal. And she was like, absolutely. Like, TBI people, they don't like to stay at their job very long. They constantly change jobs. They have a
this
very
is the
high
longest job
sex
I've ever
drive.
had. Yeah, my sex drive is ridiculous.
Yep. It's
She'll be like, we had sex 4 days in a row. I'm like, it's been 84 years. And meanwhile,
Yeah.
we'll have had sex Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then like Friday and Saturday rolls around and I'm like, what is going on with us? Why are we're in a dry spell? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, in my brain, that didn't happen. But in
Yeah.
her brain, she's like, I'm sore.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
So if there's any partners out there that are dealing with this, talk to me. I'm your girl. And then if there's any
She
people
decided
out
to get
there
with a
that
young man with
have,
brain damage. I'm young, dumb,
Yeah.
and full of cum. And
TBI.
my brain is retarded. Literally.
you can
I say
sympathize
that
with him.
because
Like,
I
got
really
you.
have brain damage, and I
Yeah.
also have Tourette's too as well from
Yeah.
it. So if you ever notice like my face like making facial tics and stuff like that, I'm not fiending for crack or
Yeah.
drugs, because I've had people ask me that before when I've talked on camera. They're like, "Yo, what's going on? Why are you like geeking out?" I'm like, "No, dude, I have Tourette's." So
Yep. Oh my God, what were we talking about that we started on our conversation? We were literally going to something. Oh, when we were talking about PF Chang's.
you're asking the guy with brain damage what we were talking about? Are you kidding me right now? Do you see what I go through? This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, just telling everybody how my brain is so terrible, and then you're like, "What were we talking about?" I'm over here like squirrel, and you're just like, "Hey, let's trust what this guy says."
He remembers random things.
Oh, I
he
remember
knows,
the
like,
dumbest stuff.
porn star names. Like, he can name
Oh,
off
yeah,
so
well, I
many
mean,
freaking
I
porn
was
stars.
a young boy at one time. You know, what do you want? I also know like the dumbest name. Like, I know actors' names in movies. I can mimic movies scene for scene.
Dude, we'll be watching a movie and he'll be like, oh, that's blah blah blah, and I'm like, who is that? And he's like, oh, they played on blah 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 blah, and I'm just, how the fuck do you know that? Like, how do you know that actress's name? I don't know who they are. I live my life, you know. I don't try to idolize singers and whatever. Like, I don't even remember titles of songs or know titles of songs, which I love.
Well,
karaoke,
I'm a musician,
and it sucks
though.
when I karaoke because I like have to Google the song title or the song lyrics in order to figure out who's saying what
Oh, yeah.
song. Or
Song
whatever.
lyrics is one thing I don't forget. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
But you know names of songs,
names
singers.
of bands, singers. Yeah, I mean,
and
yeah,
he's
but
all metal.
it's my
he's
passion
metal.
though. Yeah, I was in a metal band for a while. and,
I'm kind of country, R&B, hip hop.
yeah, but we've done a couple of metal
pop.
duets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like everything.
Yeah,
is what I'm
we've
trying to
we've
say.
done like we did Angel Eyes by
Yeah.
New Year's Day and Chris Motionless.
Yeah.
We've done a Deathless song with Parkway Drive and Jenna McDougall.
Mm.
Like we do some stuff. We did Was it Love Bites
Yeah.
with Ice Nine Kills?
We just don't have the greatest recording
Or by Ice Nine Kills.
equipment, so
Yeah,
if
no,
you
right
ever
now
look up
we're
our
recording
stuff,
this on a Galaxy S21 Ultra.
Yeah.
It's like, but the cameras on that phone are amazing.
propped up. Let me just say,
Yeah.
propped up on a blood pressure cuff and a freaking water bottle. Okay.
Yeah, it's the box for my blood pressure cuff, which because I just track it just because I have severe anxiety. So if I check it at home, I know when I go to the doctors and it's high, I know it's good at home because I just have white coat syndrome.
Yeah.
And then it's her protein shaker cup, and it's just propped up right there. That's what you get for episode 1.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll have some Shure SM7B mics and all that good stuff because like we know all about that. I've been in the music industry before. Like I've been on that life and done the touring life, and we'll have good stuff eventually. But right now we're 2 parents. We have 2 children. We have this house. We have 3 cats, a dog, a hamster. It's like,
And
bro.
a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, 100%, dude, 100%.
And a palm tree.
Yeah, we have
Just
4
kidding.
palm trees
Yeah.
and this pool and that water slide over there. Like, we have a good life. We're not hating about it, but this is just something we decided to start.
We did not start like this, though.
No, like I was telling, we started in a 900 square foot apartment. We had nothing.
Yeah.
Like, so much
Oh,
shit went wrong,
when
too.
we
You know,
started
like,
in our apartment, that's what I was going to say. When we started in our apartment, we were literally on the couch cuddling, and a mattress came.
yeah, out of the dumpster, essentially. These people upstairs are like, they're like, hey, we're getting rid of this. And you just walk out the door, you're like, are you getting rid of that? And
Yes.
they're like, yeah, was it king size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a king size.
King
Full king
size.
size mattress.
And I'm very religious,
Yeah, she is.
and
I was raised religious, but I'm
I
not
feel
religious.
like, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like God woke me up and was like, hey, this is happening. And I had bought I bought a queen size mattress, or I got a king size bed set.
Yeah, bed set.
Because my friend Kim was like, you're gonna get a king size bed. And I was like,
And then the next day it happened.
and then it happened. And I was
Magically.
like, what in the world is going on? And I was like, you're getting rid of that? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And it came with a box spring,
everything. I had
mattress,
everything.
and
The frame. Everything. Yeah, they
Yeah.
literally had it all. And you had already just had the bed set, so you're like, let's put it on. And then for like the first 4 years of our relationship, I slept on bright pink sheets with her.
yeah.
And I was like, I don't care what it looks like. as
'Cause
long as
I
get
love
to
black
fuck
and
you on
white.
them. I don't care what the color the sheets are.
Pink. But I'm
As long
trying
as-
to get purple
As long as
into
we
my
get to
existence.
snuggle and make love and enjoy our life. I don't care what color the sheets. I don't care. That's why, like, when we met, I remember you were like, are you going to get mad if I want to decorate the house like this? I'm like, I don't care how you decorate it.
Yeah.
I'm not even here. I live at work, and this is my vacation. Like, I vacation at home.
I know. My question is too. Everybody sits there and talks about COVID and how it affected them. Like, I was really happy during COVID.
Me too.
Did anybody else feel
hey,
that?
That's because we lived in Florida.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our governor was the shit. So.
I was happy as a mom because I was home with my kids. I was still working. Like, I was able to do all of that. Was there anybody else that, like, they were like, oh my God, I can breathe. Like, I'm actually here for my children and my family, and,
Well, and you still were able to work from home too, so we weren't losing out on money.
yeah,
thankfully.
like, and I mean, all I've heard is, like,
And let me
the
tell you
bad
something.
stuff.
As a truck driver, I loved it. Nobody was on the road. Being an essential employee was the greatest time ever.
Yeah.
Nobody was on the road. It was just me and the open road. And then I'd get home super early, and she's like, that route usually takes you way longer on this day. And I'm like, yeah, no one's in my way. I'm like, that's why. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
And I mean, we did,
I loved it.
like,
Then we
for
got our
my
stimulus
friends
checks, and I
stuff.
bought equipment for my gym and loaded my home gym up. I was like,
Yeah.
this is free money I wasn't expecting. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's never free. We're fucking paying for it now. Let's just be
I
real.
mean,
But
it is what it is.
and I mean,
Wait, paying for
no
what now?
disrespect to people that did have COVID, and
Oh, we had it too. I
I'm
mean,
saying
it's not
paying
like we
for it
didn't.
now. I'm saying inflation.
Oh,
our
yeah,
taxes,
the economy.
Like, all
Yeah,
of
the
that
economy's
stuff. Yeah,
wild,
like
dude. Yeah,
you're gonna pay
100%.
for it. Nothing's free.
Yeah,
Like,
it's ridiculous.
It's not. But But yeah, so no disrespect, because I do know like a lot of people lost loved ones and everything with COVID, and
We had neighbors.
sorry.
The guy that lived right across the street from us.
Yeah.
Him and his wife had it, and then he passed away.
yeah,
And then she was out there like selling his truck and selling his. It was sad, man. It got
Yeah.
really wild. It got
and
dark.
then she sold like his house. She sold the
Their
house.
house, yeah. And, like,
Yeah, their house, and I mean, even when I got COVID, my hair fell out.
Yeah.
Like it was really
It
bad.
got bad.
I don't
dude.
know if anybody else
She
dealt
still
with that.
doesn't have proper smell and taste.
Yeah,
She
no.
can't eat peanut butter anymore because it tastes terrible.
It's
and
putrid
it's so bad.
and
what
sad.
else? And then like when you drink
Garlic,
certain things,
yeah.
like she can taste like almost like the chemicals in certain things, like they taste chemically.
I couldn't smell farts. That's a blessing. Like
Yeah, and this guy eats a lot of protein, so for her, she was lucky.
it's starting to like come back, but it doesn't smell like the disgusting fart smell. It just smells. My best way to describe it is a chemical smell. That's all I can say. It smells chemical to me, just like garlic tastes and smell chemical to me.
Yeah.
My
Everything is
tolerance
just
to
kinda crazy.
onions, my eyes will start freaking watering when I'm cutting them and stuff, and they
Well, that's
tasted
pretty
weird,
common,
but it's
though.
starting
I
to come
mean,
back.
For most people, that's pretty common. A lot of people's eyes.
When
water
I
they
was
cut onions.
little, I had problems with that, but I felt that because I was closer to the onion, you know.
No, it's everybody.
And then when I got older, like I, wasn't having that problem, and then all of a sudden now it's come back.
I mean, it's a possibility that that's made it worse, but for
Yeah.
a lot of people, that's a common occurrence when they cut onions. Like even my grandmother, she'd be like, "Make sure when you cut the onions, you don't look right at them." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What are they gonna put a spell on me?" She's like, "You'll see." And then I remember cutting onions for the first time, and I was like, "Oh God, this is terrible. Why is this happening to me?" I think I was like, I don't know, like 11 years old, and I was like, "Oh."
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
I know we're about to have another child that's going into middle school, and oh my God, it's funny because
Our oldest one
always thought-
graduates this year, and our youngest one goes into 6th grade.
yeah, and I always thought, having my first child, like, oh, he's so sweet, he's such a sweet boy, like,
And I told you, I was like, that's
and
all
he's
gonna
like,
end
it's
once
gonna
he hits
change,
puberty.
and I was like, no, not
He's gonna
Jordan.
become a whole new man.
Yeah, and now, oh my God, like totally different kid.
He's still a good kid. He just has
he's
attitude,
a really good
and
kid.
he's got the testosterone flowing through him, and he found his sex drive.
Yes, and and now my bonus boy, he's about to go into it, and I'm like, I'm about to see a whole different child, like,
yeah.
and I know it's coming. Now I know because I've already seen it. And now you know. I mean, you knew because
I
you
knew because
still
I am
remember
a
from
man,
when you
and
were
I
younger.
started off as one of them.
Yes,
I had the exact same experience.
yes.
I remember being like, "Oh, I got first hair on ball." That
yeah.
happened. That was
Yeah.
a real thing that
Oh
happened.
my God. And yeah, so now it's gonna be so we'll probably be talking about that more,
Yeah, I mean, we
like,
have kids. They are a big part of our life.
yeah. And
Until
the
they
school
move out,
system,
you
the
know,
way
they
they
do.
do math, it's not mathin' for
Oh
me.
my
Like,
God, dude, I'm really good at math. Like, I am really good at math. And some of the stuff they send home, like, I show him the way to do it because he's like, I don't get how the teacher's doing it. And I'll show him my way. And he's like, yeah, but we have to do it this way. And then I'll send it in to him. And, like, what's cool is what we didn't have when we were in school is, like, now we can reach out to the teachers at any time. We have an app. It's called Blooms. And before that, we had Class Dojo, which I wish they still had Class Dojo. It operated so much more smoothly than Blooms.
yeah, I
But
did.
you can message the teacher. You can talk. I'll talk to his teacher at 7:30 at night if
Yeah.
they decide to respond back to me. And we've talked.
Thank you, teachers. Just putting it
Yeah,
out
thank
there.
you for everything you do.
'Cause
Absolutely.
You ain't getting paid,
You
and I
definitely
know
don't get
this
paid
one.
enough.
If he's not getting paid, he ain't answering.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I've had my work try to call me about something. Not my current job, but I've had jobs trying to call me about something that happened during the weekend. I'm like, hey, I'm at home. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna pay me for this call? I'm gonna charge you like I'm your lawyer. Like, fucking $15 for every minute I gotta speak to you. Like,
Right.
you are on my time now, dude. I already have to see you 5, sometimes 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Go the fuck away.
Yeah.
Go the fuck away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely not. Don't ever bother me on my time, dude. We'll have big problems.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, if I'm working for myself and we're doing this type of stuff, there is no my time. It's my time is whenever I choose to make it. Like right now, this doesn't feel like work. This feels like nice. I'm chilling. I'm outside relaxing. Like I didn't have to worry about like driving a truck over the place and worrying about people that can't drive and wondering, oh shit, did I pack enough food for the day? And oh my
Right.
god, my stomach is hurting. I gotta find a bathroom. There's no toilet in this truck. Like I can just, there's no stress here.
Oh my God. Okay, you know what? That's for another time. But we'll talk about when I Ubered and during COVID and there was no toilet.
Oh, dude, that's some wild shit right there. We've got a lot of crazy stories.
I know.
It's insane. We've got a lot of friends that can come on and we could talk about a lot of crazy stories with them too.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, but right now, shit, what time is it now? It's like 3:15.
Yeah.
I'm about to get ready to go to the gym soon.
I know. And
I gotta eat again first, though. Gotta eat like 500 grams of carbs today. It's one of them days, people. We could talk about that too. We can talk about fitness.
Okay, so
When it comes to that, you can talk about fitting this sandwich in your mouth or fitting this burger over here, fitting this glass of wine into my schedule.
okay, I'm like down to one meal. Okay,
Yeah, she's doing the
one
OMAD.
meal. Yeah,
One meal
I'm
a
trying.
day.
Like,
I call her my
I
baby
feel
bird.
like I do best when I don't eat all the time.
That's
like,
awesome for you. Yeah.
I want to be able to enjoy what I want and not feel guilty, but also feel full. But I deal with a lot of shit. Like I'm telling you, I'm anemia and PCOS and
Yeah. it's a lot of
this
different-
big ass knot on my freaking thyroid. Like it's all kinds of stuff that is going on with me, and I just feel I do better and function better when I have less food. But I'm also not exhilarating all the calories. Like he's freaking working out, lifting all this weight, moving, doing all this stuff.
Oh
like
yeah, in my job, I take like 12 to 15,000 steps every day too, on top of the gym that when I go to every day.
yeah.
And like I eat between like 3,800 and 40, sometimes 5,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
And I'll wake up and I'll be like, how did I lose a fucking pound?
Yeah.
I lost another pound. Like, how? And then
That's
I'm like
not me.
trying to take in sodium and potassium to make sure I don't dehydrate. Because during the summer, when you work out here in this Florida heat, it is no joke. I'm gonna have to cut this one now too. All right. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties.
Yes, and
We were talking
Steven
about
got a new phone case.
Yeah, Amazon just delivered my new phone case. So.
Hey.
But yeah, so now it's sitting nice and pretty. Before it was all broke. Like I had an OtterBox Defender Drop Plus. Like, I mean, I had it for like almost 4 years though. So then like, the rubber piece around it was still perfect, but the plastic underneath had like broken because it just drops all the time at work and does what it needs to do.
It was jacked up, okay? It
was
was really
beat up.
bad.
It was terrible. Yeah, it's one of those things where like, I remember asking you like, this is how not rich we are. I remember being like, babe, I gotta get a new phone case. Which paycheck can I use to order this? You're like, okay, you start doing the math and you're like, not the next two, but the third one. I was like, okay, cool, we'll make that work. And then it just kept getting progressively worse.
Oh my god.
And I was like, holy shit, I have
It
to
was
let
like-
this last another week.
Look at my bed.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. Oh man, that's so funny, dude.
This is Donna. This is Donna Frenchie.
Yeah, that's Stella. She just wants to jump on me so bad right now, the way she's looking at me, I can tell. This dog is obsessed with me.
She loves him. She does. She loves
She's
you
a
so
baby.
much. She's a baby.
She's just a baby.
She's just a baby. Oh, here she goes.
Here she goes.
This
Come on.
happens like on the regular.
Yeah, I just gotta
She's
cover.
gonna smother his face.
I don't want him to cover to step on my nuts.
My nuts. My nuts. Oh.
This is what I deal with. Oh.
Third world problems.
This first world problems.
Whatever.
We're not in the third world. The third world is like Iraq
Oh my god. I don't know which world we're in.
or Afghanistan. It's like all the places we bomb. That's the third world.
Oh no, that's terrible.
It is terrible, but that's what it is.
Okay, first world. Sorry about that. I don't
This
know.
is-
Are we even in this world? Or is this just a
Simulation of the imagination.
imagination? SpongeBob.
Yeah, or South Park, depending on which one you saw first.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've only seen the SpongeBob.
I think South Park's Imagination Land episode is the best. It's like a 3-part episode.
I don't think
It's
I've ever seen it.
so good.
Oh wow.
Oh, well then we're gonna change that tonight. We'll get really drunk and watch Imagination Land.
Imagination.
Yeah.
Stella, you're so much. Yeah, you are. You're so pretty. You're so pretty.
But yeah, we're gonna probably sign off because
Yeah.
we're gonna get an Uber. Speaking of which, and go hang out with some friends and play some cornhole and drink some more.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's the weekend. We ain't got shit to do tomorrow. We can sleep in.
It's the freaking weekend, baby.
We're gonna
I
have
forgot.
fun.
That's not the person you want to talk about.
Oh, R. Kelly? R. Kelly, you mean? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You went there, huh?
I did.
It's magnificent.
It's the drinks.
Mommy slipped
Sorry.
up, Stella. She
I
slipped up.
sipped it up. It rolls off your tongue.
All right. Well, that's it.
All
All right,
right.
Stella. I gotta get up.
Bye.
See y'all later.